In a quiet little workshop, nestled between cobblestone streets, there lived a clock. Not just any clock, but one with a heart that beat in steady, rhythmic ticks. It was the faithful companion of an old watchmaker, a man whose life was measured by the clock's gentle chimes. It told him when to start his day, when to lay down his tools for a meal, and when to rest his weary eyes. It was the silent conductor of his life's symphony. But one crisp autumn afternoon, the watchmaker returned with a new companion. It was a digital clock, sleek and shiny, its numbers glowing with a cold, modern light. "It's faster," the old man declared, his voice filled with a childlike excitement. "Smarter and far more precise." From its corner, the old clock offered a quiet, knowing smile and continued its duty, its hands sweeping gracefully across its face. Tick, tock. The days melted into weeks, and the weeks into months. A fine layer of dust began to settle on the old clock's wooden case, its brass pendulum losing some of its gleam. The watchmaker, so absorbed in the novelty of his new device, forgot the simple ritual of winding his old friend. Yet, even as its spring grew weak, the clock held on, whispering into the silent darkness of the workshop, "I will wait. I will always wait." Then came the storm. It arrived without warning, a furious tempest that raged through the night. The wind howled like a wounded animal, and the rain fell in relentless sheets. A sudden blinding flash, a deafening crack of thunder, and the entire town was plunged into darkness. The power was out. The shiny digital clock went blank, its smartness and precision vanishing in an instant. The watchmaker overslept, waking not to a gentle alarm, but to the cold, shocking reality of disaster. He stumbled out of bed and into his workshop, his heart sinking with every step. The room was flooded. His delicate tools, his half-finished creations, the culmination of a lifetime's work, all were submerged, ruined by the murky water. Despair washed over him, a tide as destructive as the one that had invaded his shop. As he stood amidst the wreckage, his eyes fell upon a familiar shape in the corner. It was the old clock, partially underwater, its face clouded with grime, and then he heard it. A faint, struggling, yet persistent sound, tick-tock. Tick! It was still keeping time. Keeping time for a man who had forgotten it, for a world that had moved on. Tears streamed down the old watchmaker's face, mingling with the floodwater at his feet. He wasn't crying for his ruined shop or his lost work. He was weeping for that broken, beautiful sound. In that faltering tick-tock, he finally understood. He heard the echo of years of unwavering companionship, of a presence that never asked for anything in return. He realized what he had truly lost. It wasn't just a machine. It was loyalty. It was a quiet, constant love that had been disguised as time. And that's the thing about true loyalty, isn't it? It doesn't scream for your attention or demand validation. It simply stays. It's a quiet, steadfast presence, ticking away in the background of our lives, often unnoticed. It's there until one day we look back and realize sometimes, too late, that its constant rhythm was the most beautiful love song we had ever heard. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more stories that make you think and feel. We'll see you in the next one.